Hi, my name is Steph Essick. I am a farmer director for the American Soybean Association. The American Soybean Association represents U.S. soybean farmers on domestic and international policy issues that are important to the soybean industry. And this year, the American Soybean Association is celebrating their 100th anniversary. Today, I'm going to talk to you about my farming operation and the impact that COVID-19 has had on our farm. So a little bit about me. I'm a fourth-generation farmer from Northwest Iowa. I went to college in ag business knowing that I wanted to come back to the farm. I've been farming together now with my father for 20 years. We grow corn and soybeans on 2,100 acres. And my husband is an agronomy manager for Pioneer Hybrid in the Dakotas, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. And we have a 13-year-old son, Connor, who loves to help on the farm. If he wasn't in school last fall, you would have found him driving the grain car. So a little bit about sustainability. When I think of sustainability, I think of, if you ask my farm son today, if what he wants to do when he grows up, he would say that he wants to be a farmer without a doubt. So that's what I think about when I think about sustainability is how can I take care of my farm and my fields for the future generations? And some of the ways we're doing this, in 2004, we started a tillage practice of no-till and strip-till. No-till soybeans is we plant our soybeans directly into our stalks from the harvest the year before, and we don't work the ground at all. And strip-till, it is a form of tillage that we do in the fall. We're placing our fertilizer directly below where we're going to plant in the spring, 7 to 8 inches. We're putting our fertilizer, so it's going directly where the plants will utilize it. We're not spreading the fertilizer on top of the soil, so it won't be washed into our water. And we're leaving the residue between the strips and in the no-till, so that way we reduce our erosion, wind erosion, and soil erosion. But these are some of the ways we are trying to think of the future and take care of our farm. The 2020 growing season has been a blessing weather-wise. The last few years, we've really fought wet springs. This year, we had perfect planting conditions. We started planting April 20th, and we finished on May 1st. We had perfect planting conditions, great soil, moisture going into planting, and I can't complain. We got done the fastest we ever have. So everything looks great here in Iowa, and the majority of the farmers that I've talked to in Iowa all would say the same thing. Harvest situation for us, we are able to harvest our own crops. We have our own combine, and we can store a majority of our corn and soybeans on farm. We have our own storage, and we are able to dry our own corn. We are far enough north that we do have to dry a majority of our crop. The impact of COVID-19. So COVID-19 did not slow us down planting wise. We were able to get everything in the ground. If anything, it made us more efficient. It made us work harder to get things done. When we found out in March, it kind of became real when we got an email saying that the kids were going back to school and businesses were closing. So what we were thinking is our retailers going to shut down. So in March, we made sure we had all of our inputs, our seed, our chemicals. We made sure we had it all in the shed. So we were ready to go. We wanted to make sure we could plant when it was time to plant. So we got everything on the farm. Everything went smoothly. And I would like to give a shout out to our ag industry in the U.S. It's a team effort. The mechanics, the seed dealers, they all work just as hard and as long as we do. And I'm able to self-distance in a tractor, but they didn't slow down and miss a beat. They wanted to make sure that we all got everything done in a timely manner. But probably the biggest impact for us is our current market situation. So when people started staying home and not traveling and going to work, they aren't using any fuel. So our local ethanol plants stopped and slowed down production. They still aren't really running to full production. And I'm not really near a river, so I have quite a few ethanol plants around us and livestock. We're hoping the ethanol plants get running again, but I'm fear that we're going to have a bottleneck this fall. So the COVID situation is going to keep slowing down our progress around here. We are able to store most of our crops, but some of our neighbors cannot. And if our elevators are full, it's going to cause a situation in the fall. Our local prices have gone down over $1 for corn and soybeans when COVID hit per bushel. Their corn is still $1 lower. Beans have rebounded a little bit, but that has probably been the biggest impact. My fear also is that COVID-19 hasn't really hit our rural areas, and I'm hoping that farmers are able to stay healthy, and we're all in this together. If something happens to one of my neighbors during harvest time and someone's sick, I'm sure we'll all help each other out to get things done. But overall, 2020 looks like a great crop, and we just got a nice timely rain last night. So things are looking good here. I just want to say thank you for your time today. And if you're ever in Iowa, I'd love to have you stop by the farm. But thank you for listening.